Okay, good evening everyone. Today it's February 3rd, Saturday. It's now 18 minutes past 2 a.m. I haven't slept yet. Well, I won't sleep tonight. Not only because of my entertainment. If you have followed my Facebook and Instagram stories and posts, then you will have noticed that. And also, as a hint, today the flight from Hong Kong to Beijing capital. Oh, by the way, this video will focus only on Hong Kong to Beijing capital. The next video after this one will then cover the flight from Beijing capital to London Heathrow. And for Hong Kong to Beijing, with my parents flying early in the morning, and you need to normally to check in 2-ish hours before the flight. Plus, we need to have breakfast in the airport, so that's why we will be heading to the airport quite early. But anyways, so my parents and I, each of us have a luggage. This from the right it's mine, the middle it's mom, the left one it's dad. So you're wondering how we are traveling to the airport from here, Grand Yoho in Yuen Long. By the way, if you zoom in right there, you see there, that's already sort of Shenzhen. So thankfully, where I live here in Hong Kong, Yuen Long specifically, it's quite convenient to fit our schedule. Of course you can, time is money. You can, take the taxi from where I live here straight to the airport, but it's quite expensive, and we want to, balance between time and also money. So that's why we will take the first bus, A36, from not Grand Yoho, but over there. Obviously you can't see, but another side of Yoho Mall 1, which brings us from here to the airport. So A36 departs from Kam Sheung Road station, which is obviously you can't see, but it's sort of in that direction, daily at 10 minutes past 5 a.m., which is around in between 2.5 to 3 hours into the first bus from there. And we are catching the first bus because we need to be 2-ish hours before departure to check in the airport. Check in as in to drop our check-in bags, each of us, to have breakfast. So we need to take the first bus of the day, departs at Kam Sheung Road. The first stop it's Ko Po Chin, then Ha Ko Po Chin, and then Tong Sheng Lei, which is there, and then Yeung Ok Chin down here, which is near one, and the fifth stop it's Yoho Mall 1. So as discussed with my parents, A36 departs at Kam Sheung Road 10 minutes past 5. We will, with our luggages, will leave home at around 5 minutes past 5 in the morning. Obviously my parents are still sleeping, so they sleep inside, so this voice level won't disturb my parents are sleeping. So anyways, from Yoho Mall 1, which will arrive at the bus stop at 5:15 to ensure we take the first bus, A36, departing from Kam Sheung Road station at 10 minutes past 5. From there are Yau San Street, and then Tai Tong Road, Hong Lok Road, Yuen Long Police Station, Shui Pin Chun, Yuen Long Park, and then Hong Kiew, Tuen Mun Chek Lap Kok Tunnel Interchange, and then HZMB again, Hong Kong Zhuhai Macau Bridge Passenger Clearance Building, and the 10th stop where for airport departures, it's airport at Terminal 1. So later, in less than 3 hours, we will head out to the Yoho Mall 1 bus stop across the another side, then through the first bus of the day, A36, directly to the airport in 10 stops, obviously all stops. So without further ado, I will see you later on the first bus operated by Longwind Bus Company, A36, from Kam Sheung Road Station through Yoho Mall 1, where we will board the bus, and then after 10 stops from here, alight at airport Terminal 1. Good evening again. Good morning. It's already 24 minutes past 5 a.m. and we already have passed through the last stop of A36 in Yunlong, which is Yunlong Park. As you can probably see, well, you can't really see, but as my observation, there are quite a lot of people in Yunlong district in general to board the first bus of A36, which departs at Kam Sheung Road Station at 10 minutes past 5 a.m. Not only those with luggages who are probably travelers like me and my parents, but also those without luggage, which you can interpret they work in airport or nearby area. So not sure if my viewers know about the history of the route A36. It used not to be in this way. It used to go through Thailand Tunnel, like that eastward direction. But since the commencement of the Tuen Mun Chek Lap Kok link, sometime in 2021, now it goes westward like this to Tuen Mun. So the next stop is Hung Kiu, then through the Tuen Mun Chek Lap Kok tunnel or link to the airport. So it's now 20 minutes to 6 in the morning. Yes, but the sky is still dark because the sunrise of the day today, February 3rd, Saturday, is 2 minutes past 7, which is around hour-ish from now, and we have just passed Tuen Mun Chek Lap Kok tunnel interchange. Well, as a result of this route, the order between airport and also the HZMB port is also changed. If from Thailand Tunnel, Lantau to Plaza, the order would have been airport, then the HZMB port. But now, as a result of this current, not quite new, but yes, current Tuen Mun Chek Lap Kok link, the first stop, as I mentioned earlier in the video, would be the HZMB passenger clearance building. Then where I will alight, as if with my parents, because for airport departures would be then airport Terminal 1, so the order is different. So now it's before 6:15, but we have arrived at Hong Kong International Airport Terminal 1 for Air China flight, because we are using Air China, flying Air China from Hong Kong to Beijing capital. It's at line or section J, as you mentioned here. Not as it mentioned here. And also next week, February 10th, Chinese New Year, it's approaching. So there are pretty much quite a lot of Chinese New Year decoration, a bit more festive also. But yes, for Air China flight departing from Hong Kong, you will need to check in at section J for my bag, like this. Obviously quite a bit of a wait, but seems the queue is not too long. We'll see, I see. So smoothly, I have already dropped my check-in baggage, because I do have one with Air China, but thankfully with Air China, because my connecting flight as you will see later in the video and also my stories and posts, my check-in bag will be checked all the way from Hong Kong here via Beijing capital all the way to London Heathrow, which is nice and sensible. So after that, because we still have some time for our Air China flight CA118 departing at 8:30 in the morning. So we decided to go to Choi Hua Hong Kong restaurant for breakfast, because yes, obviously meals or refreshments are included on Air China flights, but by the time we depart, it will be like around an hour in the air when we actually have our food. So like my parents decided to have a breakfast like 3-person, but we order like a 2 set meal to share. Then we go through the immigration and customs. So by the way, you might ask why we choose Air China, because my parents are booked separately, then I do it independently on my behalf, so I have to follow them. And Air China, yes, you have to order not direct, and it's the relatively cheap and also time convenient wise Air China flight from Hong Kong via Beijing capital to London Heathrow. Although yes, this video will only cover to Beijing capital sector, and or if you're just concerning the sector from Hong Kong to Beijing capital. Not only Air China though, Cathay Pacific also flies daily between Hong Kong and Beijing capital. So just now, after going through immigration, customs, had to go for a toilet break. So that's why I'm here. And after that, I would head to the boarding gate of the Air China flight CA118, which is at 5:13, which I will gonna show you later. I mean, there's still plenty of time, right? So gate up 513, it's a bit special. I believe, at least from my memory, it's my first ever time to be in this side of the boarding gate. So pretty much you follow the instructions to gate 511 to 519 section, and we would locate 513 right there. Yes, 513, where this board will be Air China flight CA118 from Hong Kong here to Beijing capital. As you can see, unfortunately, it's not directly connected to the aircraft. The Air China aircraft, which means you will need to do so via the connecting bus. So right now I'll sit back, enjoy, and maybe, as you can see, there are some charging outlets right there. Maybe charge my phone or so, because now it's 33 minutes past 7, which is around, I would say, 20-ish minutes until the boarding time, because the boarding time it's 10 minutes to 8. So I would grab a seat, charge my electronic devices, then wait for boarding. So it's now 30 minutes past 8. Boarding officially it's 10 minutes to 8, but it actually begins a few minutes earlier. And as you can see, we need to take the connecting bus from the so-called gate 513 to our Air China aircraft, which is an Airbus A321-200, and of course it's CA118 from Hong Kong here to Beijing capital. Obviously, I am, as my parents do, sitting in economy class, which is spread in rows of three configuration.
在一起设立过程中禁止携带任何行李，请您注意观看我们的安全须知录像。为了听清机组人员的指令，在飞机滑行、起飞、着陆阶段，请勿使用耳机。感谢您的合作。现在由乘务员进行客舱安全检查。Dear all passengers, welcome aboard airchina. We are delighted to see our fellow customer members again, and welcome more passengers to join our frequent flyer program. Now that we are almost ready for takeoff, please fasten your seatbelt, adjust your seatbelt to upright position, and put down your armrest. Please make sure that your tray table are put away and the window shades are fully open. Our mobile phone must remain switched off or set to airplane mode. For portable electronic devices, such as laptops that cannot be held with one hand, must be switched off and secure them on the left straps. Power banks are not supposed to be switched on your use for the entire duration of this flight. If your electronic slides into the seat, ask the cabin crew to help you to find it. Do not move the seat as this may damage the phone and its battery. According to regulation of CAC, our flights are prohibited smoking on board. This includes vaping and the use of e-cigarettes. Consume your own clothing items purchased as duty-free is not permitted. In case of an emergency, please follow the instructions given by our crew members. Do not carry your hand luggage with you during an evacuation. Please take a moment to watch our safety demonstration. During taxi, takeoff, and landing, please do not use headsets. Thank you for your cooperation. Cabin crew, please start civic check.
So as we have heard the boarding, sort of announcement in order from Mandarin then to English, let me introduce my seat today. It's 23L. The second last row of the economic cabin. So the seat pitch or leg room, it's 31 inches, which is good enough for me even to put my bag under the seat. The seat width, it's 70.7 inches, and there is no headrest. Yes, no headrest in the seat. So 23L is on the right hand side of the aircraft. As I mentioned earlier, the second last row of the economy cabin. Again, this is airchina Airbus A321-200 CA118 from Hong Kong to Beijing capital.
When the plane is taking off and landing, please return your seat back to the upright position. Stow and secure your table and kettle, and pull up the window shades. Please fasten your seatbelt. 为了预防突发颠簸，建议你全程系好安全带，特别要遵守客舱广播及安全带系好灯的提示。In case of unexpected turbulence, please keep your seatbelt fastened for the duration of the flight. Especially follow the instructions from cabin announcements and the fasten seatbelt sign. 手机、游戏机、电子书等以下电子设备，可以在开启飞行模式及关闭蜂窝移动数据功能下使用。Mobile phones, game consoles, e-readers, and other electronic devices can be used with airplane mode on and cellular mobile data network off. 但在飞机滑行、起飞、降落阶段，不要连接耳机线、电源线。But in the flight taxi, taking off, and landing phases, do not plug in earphone cables or power cables. 笔记本电脑、平板电脑等超过单手握持限制的便携式电子设备，应关闭电源并安全放置于行李架中，以确保紧急情况下的通道畅通与安全。当你的电子设备不慎掉入到私人缝隙内，请寻求乘务员的帮助，而不要自行调节座椅。For portable electronic electronic devices, such as laptops and tablets, that cannot be held with one hand, please switch them off and secure them on the luggage racks, so as to ensure that the aisles are unblocked and safe in case of emergency. If your electronic device falls into the seat gap, please ask for cabin crew's assistance, instead of adjusting the seat by yourself.
一旦发现飞机受到电子干扰或出现紧急情况，请听从机组人员指令，关闭电子设备。
If the flight is experiencing electronic interference or is in an emergency situation, please follow the instructions of the flight crew and switch off electronic devices.
机上全程禁止使用对讲机、卫星电话等以下带有遥控装置的便携式电子设备，禁止开启和使用充电宝。
During the whole flight, interphones, satellite phones, and portable devices, remote controls, are prohibited for use. Power banks are also not allowed to be switched on or used.
机上全程禁止吸烟，包括电子烟，禁止触动卫生间内烟雾探测器及机上各种应急设备。
Smoking, including smoking electronic cigarettes, is strictly prohibited throughout the flight. It is prohibited to trigger the smoke detectors in the lavatory and other emergency equipment on the plane.
氧气面罩储藏在座椅上方，发生紧急情况时会自动脱落。用力向下拉面罩，尽快罩在口鼻处，将带子套在头上进行正常呼吸。如要帮助他人，需自己先戴好。
The oxygen mask is located above your seat. The mask will be released automatically in case of decompression. Pull the mask firmly downwards and immediately use it to cover your nose and mouth. Fix the elastic band around your head and breathe normally. You should secure your mask first before assisting others.
救生衣储藏在你的座椅下面或扶手中间。
A life vest can be found under each seat or between the armrests.
水上迫降时取出使用，肩头部穿好，带子从后向前扣好，系紧。
They should be used in the event of an emergency ditching. Please slip it on over your head, buckle up, and fasten the straps.
在客舱内不要充气，离开飞机前再打开充气阀门。充气不足时，可使用人工充气管继续充气。
Do not inflate the vest until you leave the cabin. If your vest needs further inflation, you can use the manual inflation tubes.
飞机紧急迫降时，取下所有接入物品，做好防冲击姿势，直到飞机完全停稳。
If the plane is to make a forced landing, please remove all sharp objects and brace for impact until the plane comes to a complete stop.
本架飞机应急出口均已分布在客舱内。
The emergency exits of this plane are evenly distributed in the cabin.
发生紧急情况时，客舱通道和出口处的应急照明指示灯会自动亮起。
In case of emergency, emergency indication lights along the aisle and exit will light up automatically.
请听从乘务员指引，从最近的可用出口离开飞机。撤离时禁止携带任何行李。
Please follow the flight attendant's instructions and take the nearest available exit to leave the airplane. Please do not take any luggage with you during evacuation.
要用这种姿势跳进滑梯。
Keep this posture to jump onto the inflatable escape slide.
在您座位前的口袋里备有安全须知卡，请尽早阅读。
The safety instruction card is provided in your seat pocket. For your safety, please read it as soon as possible.
当您需要帮助时，请联系乘务员。
Please contact flight attendants when you need help.
女士们、先生们，感谢您的关注，祝您旅途愉快。
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. We wish you a safe and pleasant journey.
Okay, I forgot to mention there is a tray table. Obviously, it's about to take off. I'm in the aircraft, so I can't really open. But basically, you can't fold it in half, but you can move it back and forth. And also, there's a seat pocket, which consists of safety card, air sickness bag, and also in-flight magazine. I can't touch it. Probably yes. There is no universal power socket, unfortunately.
女士们、先生们，大家好。
3 hours.
我是本次航班的安全保卫组长。根据 to the requirements of the Civil Aviation Administration of China, it is my duty to inform all passengers on the cabin security of this flight. In accordance with the Public Security Administration Punishments Law of the People's Republic of China and the regulations of the People's Republic of China on safety and security of civil aviation, you may be subject to penalty, security detention, or even criminal punishment if you are caught with the following behaviors: damaging the onboard facilities and equipment, smoking, using mobile phones or other electronic equipment illegally, grabbing seats or luggage racks, interfering with flight attendants' work, and other behaviors that disturb the normal order in the cabin. In accordance with relevant laws and regulations of People's Republic of China, the passenger cabin is a public space and will be subjected to audio and video collection. Your support and cooperation is greatly appreciated. To ensure the safety of you and all other passengers, my team members and I, together with the entire crew, will perform our duties conscientiously. Thank you.
I mean, yes, this CA118 flight from Hong Kong to Beijing capital, it's 3 hours and 20 minutes. So, I mean, at the time of recording, my phone still has 75% battery, 75% battery, so should be good enough until, you know, Beijing capital to charge my flight. Then later, the next video for the connecting flight from Beijing capital to London Heathrow. toilet time. I just realized there are two sections of the economy class cabin on this Airbus A321-200. That means my seat 23L is the second last row of the first section of the economy class cabin. My apologies. So throughout the two sections of the economy class cabin, you will share two toilets. Obviously, I'm in one of them, so quick toilet tour before I do my business and then give to other passengers. So you've got several tissues. Some people dispose it not properly. I will do it now. So obviously you can't smoke here, and there is a coat hood with a cute panda armrest to pull the door, unlock the door. Here is an armrest in case of turbulence, and if you're traveling with infants, maybe bassinet, and if you need some sort of cover to for your personal hygiene reasons to cover where you have the toilet, feel free to do so. And you're gonna flush as well after you finish your shit and pee as well. Extra tissues as well, and also to keep you hydrated during this 3 hours 20 minutes flight from Hong Kong to Beijing capital. Well, not only cleanser for personal hygiene obviously, but also you get moisturizing lotion. So space wise, it's not too bad. A decent economy class cabin toilet for you to move around. So without further ado, I will quickly do my business, pee a bit, and then to give to other passengers, because there are quite a lot of passengers waiting for the toilet. So yeah, it's a bit of a queue, so I'll better quickly do so now. It's 11, as in 11 past 11 in the morning, and we're about to land into Beijing Capital International Airport. So how do I feel about this airchina CA118 flight from Hong Kong to Beijing capital? So my journey begins from where I live in Hong Kong, Grand Yang Ho Yun Long. Thankfully, with the convenience of public transport, my parents and I were able to take the first A36 bus straight to the airport. Air China flights from Hong Kong airport, for check-in counters, are located in section J, which is pretty much the front of Terminal 1. The ground staff seems to be a bit cool, but the check-in process, it's pretty smooth. Just give them the passport and they will sort out the bag tag, because with the check-in bag and also the boarding pass. It's a bit early. It was a bit early in the morning, so my parents and I decided to have a breakfast in Choi Hua restaurant, Hong Kong style cha chan teng, which is before customs. Of course, there are other options after customs, but it depends on your choice, and also most importantly when your flight departs, because the last thing you want to witness is to miss the flight. Thankfully, you do not need to take the automated train to gate 513 where this flight departs, but unfortunately gate 513 it's not connected to the footbridge, so you will need to take the connecting bus which drops you off right next to the aircraft. When you board the bus, it seems the priority it's not strictly enforced, because I observed business class, or those in general elite passengers and economic passengers pretty much board the connecting bus to the aircraft at the same time, and also all passengers board the aircraft from the front, which is not that convenient, or what should I say? It's not that convenient, because you could have separated front half board from the front of the aircraft, whereas the back half board from the back of the aircraft, to save more time, so that the aircraft could depart as per but that's not much of an issue. In-flight entertainment-wise, yeah, quite some sort of a variety. You can watch the TV above some of the rows of the seat, or you can choose to read an in-flight magazine, which is obviously every passenger has a physical one, or you go through the in-flight network for the airchina one, where you can browse the in-flight entertainment, but I'm not that interested, so mainly my time is to watch the outside view and also browse through the in-flight magazine. Meal-wise, I'm a bit surprised because I guess it's breakfast time for this 3-hour 20 minutes journey up to the capital of China. You've got to choose the Chinese or Western option. Of course, Air China, one of the, if not Chinese home or flag carrier, you have to try the Chinese meal. So I got the main, which is the chicken and mushroom congee. It's quite tasty. Don't judge by its look, and even more flavorful with the addition of the pickles, which is the spicy radish. The muffin, actually, it's in banana flavor, which pairs up really well with the fruit. Watermelon, honey, or I think it's winter melon, that kind of stuff. And you got 2 rounds of drinks, one before the main meal, one after the main meal, which is pretty generous. But I guess like drink option wise could be more. I don't expect alcoholic ones, but at least like apart from water, soft drinks like Sprite, Coca-Cola, apple juice, oranges, you could have offered coffee and like tea as well. But the main meal portion wise, it's acceptable. Like for economic class morning flight, departing from Hong Kong at officially 8:30, which should arrive in Beijing, because 3 hours 20 minutes, it's 10 minutes to 12 noon. So in general, I mean, Air China could have done better, but first impression, yeah, not bad. So that's a wrap of today's flight on February 3rd, Saturday, on Air China CA118, which is operated by an Airbus A321-200, registration number B6363, and I'm sitting in economy class 23L, right hand side of the aircraft, second last row of the first section of economy class. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the video by not only give a like, probably leave a comment and share it, and follow my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter, so you guys won't miss out how I spend the officially, technically 3-hour transit here in Beijing capital, because the next video after this one will then be my yes, it's also Air China flight from Beijing capital here to London Heathrow. So don't miss out and stay tuned.
往北京首都国际机场，我们将在3号候机楼进港。机舱外的温度零下6摄氏度，21华氏度。飞机还将滑行一段距离，为了您和他人的安全，请继续留在座位上并系好安全带，确保您的手提行李妥善安放，直到安全带指示灯熄灭。飞机停稳后，请小心打开行李架，以免行李滑落。到达北京的旅客，请您在本站办理检疫、入境及海关手续。如果您需转乘其他航班，请到中转柜台办理中转手续。全体机组成员再次感谢您选乘星空联盟成员中国国际航空公司的航班，也诚挚地邀请您通过 App 小程序对我们的服务进行评价。我们很荣幸与您共同度过了一段愉快的旅程，期待与您再次相会，祝您在北京愉快，再见。Dear all passengers, we have just landed at Beijing Capital International Airport, Terminal 3. The outside temperature is -6 Fahrenheit and 21 Fahrenheit. Kindly remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and make sure that your hand luggage is stowed properly until the seatbelt sign goes off. And please be careful when opening the overhead compartment, as items inside may fall out. If your destination is Beijing, please clear your checked baggage and clear immigration at this airport. All transit passengers should proceed to transit lounge. It has been our pleasure serving you. We sincerely invite you to evaluate our service through the official app or WeChat mini program of airchina. Your feedback is highly virtual. Thank you for flying airchina, a member of the Star Airlines. We hope to see you again soon. Have a nice day, Beijing. Goodbye.